So I decided to shoot this quick little video to share some of the lessons that I've learned as I put in this 10-foot wide window in terms of all the bracing. And when you're building a 48-foot tall DIY passive ICF house, you end up learning a lot of lessons. So be sure to like and subscribe so you can learn from my mistakes so you don't have to repeat them, and it'll go a lot easier and faster for you. But so with this 10-foot wide window, one question is, why in the world are you putting in such a wide window on an ICF house? And when you have a view of a mountain like that, you go ahead and put in the 10-foot wide window, especially when your wife says, hey, let's take it from 8 to 10. So anyways, we've got two windows down here that are both 10 feet. This is on my parents' side, so they'll have the aging in place. And then my wife and I have basically a three-story townhome on the other side, and it also has the 10-foot window. But back to some of the lessons that I learned is, number one, go ahead and cut the vertical 2x4s a little bit short, because it's a whole heck of a lot easier to shim than it is to deal with a bulge right there. Because if you have a bulge up there, then it's going to impact all of the block that you stack. So I went ahead and stacked some additional block and just temporarily to make sure that I didn't have that problem. Initially I did. The other thing that I learned was how important it is to use that 6-foot level all the way across, making sure that all of my lines continued to stay level, and they did. Also, because this is such a wide opening, I went ahead and put a 2x12 underneath my 2x4s just to help. I'm sure that build buck would probably do a pretty darn good job, but I have more faith in wood than I do in plastic and styrofoam. So I went ahead and temporarily put that 2x12 underneath, and then I've got my bracing. This is also something else a little bit unique that I've done. So I've gone ahead and I've poured my bottom of my window right up to there, and then I'll be putting my build buck on top of this, and the build buck helps with making sure that there's no thermal bridging. And then on the concrete pour, so the concrete is to about right here, all the rest of this is still empty, and it'll make it really nice when I do my pour. About 3 feet up on the second level, concrete will just flow down, and I won't have to try to get it underneath this entire thing, because that would have been a beast. Granted, I could have put some ports in and poured, but that's also difficult. This just seems to be a lot easier. And then you'll see that my 2x4s go continuously all the way across. I've got them screwed in just to make sure that there isn't any movements. I've got my horizontals going all the way to the top as well. And then one more thing that has not been done, but that is critical, because especially with an opening this wide, is I'll actually have a 2x4 that I'll screw into these tabs, and that 2x4 will be probably a 14-foot 2x4. It'll span all the way across, and I'll probably end up putting 3 of them. And the reason why is because when you have an opening this large, it has a tendency to want to spread. So let me show you exactly what happens when you don't put in that 2x4. So learn from my mistake. I've got this really nice big opening right here for the other 10-foot window that has that gorgeous view. I did not put the 2x4 going across right here, and I have a nice little gap. Now, granted, I'm going to be able to fix that gap up here by screwing it in. You can watch one of my other videos to see that. So if you like content like this and you want to learn from my mistakes, be sure to like and subscribe as you watch me do this DIY 48-foot tall passive ICF house build. So thanks for watching.